days. I think they've increased in popularity, of course, over the years. Handball, I think, has become more of a regular occurrence, and of course VAR spotting things that maybe we wouldn't have spotted in the past. So they are an important part. We saw last season, of course, Jorginho was top scorer for Chelsea just from penalties. So we know how big a part of the game it was. And today, all the big three teams, as you say, all winning by a spot kick. So it just shows you, a good penalty taker is worth their weight in gold.
Some more contentious than others, the awarding of them today across the three games.
Yeah, especially the Man City one, but nevertheless they get the run of the green, which they didn't normally get, especially with VAR. It seems to have gone in their favour today, and still to step up and take the penalty the way Raheem did was fantastic to see.
And the bottom line is all three have got over the line again, and all won on the same day.
Yeah, because the thing is, if you slip up now, I mean, we were looking at the table as it stands.
As Chelsea were drawing.
Yeah. And all of a sudden, they're out of touch, Even a win doesn't get them to the top of the league. So, and you don't want to do that when you're playing against or competing against two other top teams. So it's cat and mouse at the moment, and it's going to be like that, right the way through. I'm sure this title running is going to go to right the way through to May, and nobody wants to give an inch at this point, especially with Christmas coming, games coming thick and fast.
Particularly for Chelsea after the run they've been on, because at one stage they were on course to drop 9 points from the last 18 there till that late penalty.
And well, yeah, I think especially the way Leeds came out in that game, that they pressed as we know Leeds do, and they was winning their one-on-one duels and creating problems for Chelsea. But that result was a massive one for them. But there's still a long way to go, and I still see a lot of difficult challenges and games coming up where the likes of the top three can and possibly will drop points somewhere. Yeah,
no room to slip up at the moment. And you know what? A couple of the teams didn't play to their best today. Certainly Manchester City was our early game. They weren't at their best. And then Liverpool, I've seen them play a lot better. Full credit to Aston Villa in that game. And Wolves, for that matter. They made it difficult. But all three teams, you'd say, not at their firing best, but all got over the line.
Let's have a look at the big incident at Anfield then. And unlike the Etihad, no real debate here.
No, I don't think there was a debate at all. Mo Salah takes his touch and almost in one movement goes straight at Tyrone Mings, gets in front of him. And I think, and it's easy for me to sit here and say it now, but at some point a defender there has just got to accept that he's out the game, try to jockey him as best as you can, but Mo Salah gets his body between the man and the ball and then goes over. I don't think there's any doubt about it. It's a penalty.
And what about Mo Salah from the spot, Sean? 15 out of 15 in the Premier League.
It's a fantastic finish. The inside of the post. Dad used to always practice these penalties in his back garden, and he used to always say, always aim for the inside post. And there's no way a keeper gets near that or saves it, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I mean, it's a brilliant penalty. If you hit the post and go in, you're normally expecting to score, but when you hit it with that power as well, it takes away the accuracy. But he gets both, and a stunning penalty from Mo Salah.
Yeah, Liverpool delighted, including Trent Alexander-Arnold, who is waiting to speak live to Anfield now. Well done, Trent. How hard did you have to work? How deep did you have to dig for those 3 points?
Very. I think you could see that from the performance. The way the game went, it was a very tough game. Obviously, since Stevie's come in as the manager, he's had some really good results. It looks like they've transformed and turned the season around. And they're a very good squad. They've got amazing players. So we knew it was going to be a tough game, and we knew that we were going to have to dig deep. They sat off, let us off the ball a bit, and made it hard for us, made it difficult, didn't create too many chances. But, when you've got players like Mo Salah in the team that can make things happen, he's come up good for us again today.
It's Michael Owen. I was just wondering, I know Steven Gerrard was your hero growing up. With all what was going on around the game today, any problems in focusing? Because obviously even the Anfield crowd had their eyes fixed on the away dugout today.
I mean, us as players, I don't think it changed anything for us. I think maybe fans, it might have been a bit sentimental for them, even for him potentially. But I think, we've been in this game a long time. We're all professionals. We have a job to do, and essentially the 3 points are more important than any of our feelings. So that comes first. The team comes first, and we were focused on getting the 3 points. To be honest. and it never changed. We never really spoke about it. We never focused on it at all. I think in the back of our minds we all knew he was going to get a good reception, but it didn't change anything for us.
And you just alluded to Mo Salah there. When you're 0-0 in a tight game like today, what kind of belief does it give you when he's on the pitch and he's in your team and in the blink of an eye he can do something?
You know, he proved it last week. We needed a goal. He's got the assist for ذهبا. He's done it again this week. We needed a goal. He's won the pen and scored the pen. He's obviously, I think many people agree he's probably the best player in the world right now. He's a fantastic player. We've seen it for years now. He's got nothing left to prove to anyone. He's out there breaking records every week. You know, every week we're coming in and he's broken another record. It's frightening the numbers he's put up, and the consistency is stuff that probably we've only seen 2 other players do in this modern era of the game. But yeah, it's a credit to himself, credit to the work he puts in. He's an outstanding lad and an outstanding player.
And just finally, talking of consistency, how crucial is it you keep getting these 1-0 wins? Because Chelsea have done it by a goal today, and so too Manchester City.
Just seeing that then, obviously didn't know how the Chelsea game went on, but seeing that they scored the last minute pen, no, we can't complain. We've done the same last week, but it's a title race really. These things happen, makes it exciting. 3 teams going for it this year, looks like. So it's good, you know. We've got to keep winning. This is an important period. Games come thick and fast. So any sort of slip up right now will be detrimental. You know, we want to be in and around the top of the league come March, April, to push on the final run in. So that's our aim. Focused on ourselves, making sure we pick up 3 points every week.
Very well done today. Appreciate you joining us.
Thank you.
Trent Alexander-Arnold live from Anfield for you. When we come back, we hope to hear the thoughts of Steven Gerrard on his return. We can go back to Anfield now. Our main game, of course, was Liverpool's victory against Aston Villa. Delighted to say 2 former teammates have been reunited pitchside. Steven Gerrard is with Robbie Fowler. Steven, first of all, defeat obviously you didn't want, but how did you reflect on that from a Villa point of view?
Well, I think there's certainly a gap in the levels of both teams. If we're honest, if you look at the game from penalty box to penalty box, Liverpool were very good today, very strong. We expected that. The plan was for us to contain them, try and take the game to the distance, and at certain parts of the game can we throw more attacking players at it and try and steal something from the game. That was the plan, but ultimately we've lost it on the back of a penalty. We believe it's soft. We believe it's a foul on Tyrone Mings first. But you know, if you look at both teams over the course of the 90 minutes, Liverpool obviously looked a lot better than us from penalty box to penalty box.
Stevie, sorry, Mike. Go on, Robbie, you crack on.
Stephen, so you've lost 2 games now, but you've lost them arguably to the 2 best teams in the country. Do you take any solace from that, or...?
No, listen, we analyse both games and we try and take the positives from it. We respect the fact that they're operating on a different level than us at the moment. That's the level we'll try and strive for on the journey, if we get the chance to do that. You know, we took it to the latter stages today. That was the plan, to try and make Liverpool nervous. We knew that they couldn't afford to drop anything today. So the plan was to get through the first 30. We did that. We defended our box well. The players applied themselves really well. And then the plan was to throw something at it around 60, 65 and try and make Liverpool even more nervous. But the penalty decision come at a real bad time for us.
Stevie, it's Mo. I was just wondering, we've all gone back to Anfield in different guises. I must admit, I hated going back to play against Liverpool. What were your emotions like going back today? And yeah, how did you feel about taking a team to your home?
If I played for Man U, are they coming back? Listen, you know, it is what it is, Michael. I'm on a journey. I'm privileged and honoured to take this position. It's a fantastic club. It's still early days. We're still trying to evolve the team and improve and get a lot of information across to the players. I'll always be a Liverpool fan, that's a fact, but you know, at the moment my priority is obviously Aston Villa and trying to improve this team and move us up the table.
Stephen, as a manager now, so you obviously played here before as a Liverpool player many times. But when teams sort of sit deep, you've made it hard. Did you get your game plan from the way you played as a player when teams have made it hard, or from other managers playing in the past who've made it difficult?
Well, look, if I'm honest, we didn't plan to sit in and be that deep and park the bus. I think Liverpool forced that on you at times because of the speed, the way they press you, the way they counter-press, the quality. You know, you're looking at two of the best players in the world when you're up against this, so it's a huge challenge to come here. The idea was to try and stay in the mid-block as much as we can, and then try and steal the ball in certain places and try and play down the sides of the centre-backs. That was the plan, but sometimes that gets overpowered. I think you've got to give Liverpool credit because they're so good at the moment. But if you analyse the game, we were in it till the end. Yes, there was a level in terms of how the game looked, but I think it's hard to come here and dominate the level that Liverpool are on. That's the reality.
Steve, is Sean. Just a quick one. Where do you think your team, like, you've just got there, I know it's early days, but where do you see them finishing towards the end of the season in the Premier League this year?
Look, we want to try and push and finish as high as we can. I'm not sure where we lie now. I haven't checked the results or the table, but we've got 2 games, Norwich and Burnley. We've got to be looking to take maximum points in them games. If we do, we'll be in the top half. I think we took the job and the team were in 15th. That's not good enough for Aston Villa, so we certainly want to finish in the top half and try and strive to push as high as we can. Certainly in season 1, you know, and then we'll have 2 windows to hopefully recruit well and keep building, and then hopefully next year try and improve on whenever we finish this season.
And just finally, Stephen, I know you're 5 games in, but are you enjoying being in the touchline in the Premier League and going to grounds like Anfield and competing?
Not right now. We've just lost about 2 minutes ago. Listen, I've enjoyed the short time I've had here. You know, I'm really optimistic and ambitious that we can move it forward. We can keep improving Aston Villa. The players have been outstanding so far. Yes, we've lost 2 games out of 5, but arguably against 2 of the best 5 teams in the world. So we have to be realistic, analyse it, and we need to make sure that we're competing and beating the teams that we should be beating in this league. If we do, I'm sure we'll be satisfied come May.
Really appreciate you joining us. Thanks very much indeed, Stephen.
All the best. Cheers, fella.
Love it.
All the best.
Stephen Gerrard live for you at Anfield. That is the former